Hello, good evening everyone. This is Life Issue and this is Blessing. Thank you so much for coming to our channel. I just want to talk about this trending video of a house help and the madam. Now, I just want to ask a question. Do you have a house help in your house? Do you trust your house help? What is your relationship with your house help? Now, if you don't know what house help is, most African homes, they have someone that lives with them that takes care of their children at their home, and kind of like a nanny or a domestic worker that lives with them. Now, they actually pay the family or they pay the person. So depending on how you got your own house help. So some people will go to the village of the house help and source for the child. So maybe the child is from a very poor home and the family will release the child to live with the madam or with a family that lives somewhere in town, in the city, and they will have an agreement that this child will be trained or something. They'll be paying the family money. Now, this most times is caused by poverty. But my question is, how do you leave your child with someone you don't really know, a stranger? I know over time you build a relationship with them, you get to know your house help. Yeah, we get it. I mean, I grew up having different house help pass through my house. Like, we had so many of them. But almost all the house help that we had disappointed my mom. I can tell you that. Either they stole or they did something. We always keep changing them. My mom was a very good woman, don't get me wrong. But there's always something happening with the house help. Either they're stealing from her or they are beating us. They always do something. So when I saw this video of what happened between this madam and the house help, I had to talk about it. I had to really talk about it. So I'm going to show you this video for you to watch, then I'll come and talk about it. It's a very long video. Just sit down and watch what happened between this woman and the house help. Thank you.
Tell us exactly what happened. Start from the beginning again. You say what happened? Yes.
So I now see like I can't put it. So I get back to her and say, I can't put it there. So she come to where she put it. So when I now discovered that I will return it, that's where I found out where she was all those things. And now see it.
Now she told you that you should call her sister to come and collect it. Yes. The thing that her sister is coming to collect, is it her property? My children things she stole and property she stole from my house. She asked you to call her sister to come and collect it. Last when I called you how many times? What did I ask you? That did Esther give you anything to keep for her? Because something is missing in my house. Somebody went to my children's room and took the money they kept there. Esther, you that went to my children's room to steal, and you have packed all these properties that you're going with. You took outside to give security. Esther, please, since you came to my house, have I offended you? Esther, please. You see, all these things now that scattered here that you took, my children's clothes, even these innocent twins. What did they do to you that you're stealing their things? The cloth you stole of Daniel. Daniel has never worn it before. He just bought it the last time I went for vacation. Please, my children's money you stole. What did we do to you? Did we offend you? Since you came to my house here, please, tell the whole world. Have I offended you? Excuse me, Esther. Have I offended you? So, what led you into doing this type of thing you did? You don't know what led you into doing it. Esther, please be sincere. Have I offended? Am I owing you? Have I offended you? Are you not the one that I asked the salary you want me to pay you? You say, is the salary not the thing I want to pay you? Is it not the salary you cost for me that I'm paying you? So Esther, what led you to stealing things from my house? I go to work in the morning with my husband. We come back in the evening. I don't dish food for you. You're the one that dish your food. I don't check the things you do. There is no work in my house here. Your duty is just to clean up the place and take care of these twins. Chisom and Chidera. What is there? What could have led you to stealing from me like this? Stealing my children's things, packing my properties and giving to the security man to keep. And somebody gave you something like this. And you could not even come to inform me or inform my husband. And I've been asking you, that money is missing in my children's room. That did any of these girls give you something to keep? You said no. Okay. No problem. It is well. Good evening, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome, sir. Good evening. Sorry, my name is Tracy Nicholas. Good evening, sir. My name is Tracy Nicholas Ohiri. I'm Mrs. Ohiri. That's the bag of the lady. Her name is Esther Hussein. Please, let's close the door. Her name is Esther Hussein. I employed her barely 2 weeks ago because I needed someone to assist me with my children while I'm at work. So she came through one agent, Mr. Lekon Obi, whose office is at Obalende. So I employed her. I asked her how much she wants me to pay her. She said, I agreed. And since she started working for me, there has not been any form of problem. But we noticed something. Things just started missing here in the house. First, money missed from my son's wallet. After that money missed from my son's wallet, my children's clothes started missing. And my son now complained to me that the clothes that she bought when we traveled, that he could not see it. Then my first one got back and now discovered their savings was gone. Yes, she went to their room and cleared this money they were saving. So I called them because she's not the only one that works for me. The other one follows me to the office. So I called them and said, please, did any one of you by any chance took anything from my children's room? They said no. So I let it be because they are adults and I like talking to my staff with respect. Don't just come and start accusing anybody. But I knew deep down in my heart that whatever it is, we'll get to the root of the matter. So I called my security man separately. I said, this is my househelps. Do you by any chance have anything with any of them? He said no. Has any of them given you anything? He said no. To keep for her? He said no. So today, this morning, she told me that she was going to the bank. I said, if you are going to the bank, you will live with me at the time I'm leaving for work. She said, okay. Initially, she wanted to argue. She wanted to tell me that she will leave later in the day. I said, no. If I'm leaving for work, you will live with me. And if you're coming back, you come to my office. Because usually when they come, I search their bags. So I can take note of everything that they're coming in with. So she left. I said she'll come back by 12. She did not. She came back around 4. When she left, my security switched off his phone and also disappeared. So I became suspicious. I felt that how can this girl leave? My security left too. So I now felt that something was happening. So I now told them that if the security man comes in, they should not allow him to come in. He should come to my office. So when he came in, he came to my office and I now started interrogating him. In fact, I was even going to call in the police. So he now said that he's innocent and all of that. I believe that the way I spoke to him in the office was what prompted that when I got in this evening, as I was just coming down from the vehicle, he called me aside and told me that, madam, there's something he wants to tell me. I said, what is it? He said, this girl Esther has been bringing out a lot of properties and giving him to keep. And he said no, that there is a place at the backyard where she hides it, and that when she brings out the properties, she calls her sister to come and pick them. I said, really? For how long? He said, for the past 2 weeks. I said, well, I've been asking you continuously. So that was, I said, okay. She said, he now told me that, in fact, there is one that she brought out this night. I said, okay, can I see it? He now went to the backyard and brought it. My son's missing clothes, all these clothes, electric kettle, household things we are using in the kitchen, shoe, she's from Akwa Ibom, socks, the things my younger brother bought for himself, his singlets, different things. She stole so many things. So I now called her. I said, Esther, so you're a thief. one tears did not drop. Do you know that as I was searching her, I came across her wallet. I now opened it as source of phone numbers. And I saw one woman's number. So let me start calling people to know if they know her. The woman said, my sister, we've been looking for her since last year. She made away with her jewelry, worth millions of naira. That please, if she's with me, I should hold her tight. So I made a little video. I sent to the woman. The woman said, please, she's the one. Let me call my husband. And we've been looking for her. She just ran into my kitchen, grabbed the kitchen knife, and ran to the toilet. That was why I called you people. Because I don't have to commit suicide in my house. You are welcome.
Where is she now?
She's in the guest toilet. Hey, Chineke.
Oh no, she did it.
2 weeks. It's not even up to 2 weeks, my brother. Oh.
Has it been now?
No. It's monthly payments now. Huh. Hey. My king, be careful, oh. She's with a knife, oh.
Where the knife? You hear? Hello? Give me the knife. Are you good? Give me the knife. You hear? Let's stand up, come, let's talk.
Oh, Chineke God.
Thank you so much for watching that video. As you can see, even from the way the woman was talking, you could see that she's a very calm person. She didn't raise her voice. She was just asking the house help, what happened? What have I done? Now, this house help actually came on a mission. She came to steal. This is someone she has been leaving her children with. And it is very scary. It is very scary. Now, in this time and age where the economy of our country demands that both the wife and the husband be working because they need both money to take care of their home. So a woman definitely needs to leave their child somewhere. But do we really need a house help? Do we really need a domestic worker in our house? Now, over here in the Western world, we don't have any house help. I do my house chore on my own. And my children, there's nobody taking care of. I'm the only one taking care of my child. So what we normally do is we drop our children off in school and we'll pick them up later around 6 o'clock. So I drop my child up around 7:30 and I pick him up around 6 o'clock from school. So he actually spends most of his days in school. I don't have anybody helping me do anything. I do my own cooking. I know sometimes Nigerian situation, there's no electricity. I get it. But what I normally do is I do all my cooking on Saturday. And I do my cleaning on weekend when I can. If I can't, I can't. I don't have to do everyday sweeping. I don't do that. But I try as much as I can to clean as much as I can. But in Nigeria, we know it's a total different ball game. There is no light, nothing is happening. So you cannot afford to do all your cooking and put it in the fridge. This is why sometimes people have house help. You go to work, the traffic, the stress. You can't even go and pick your child from 6 o'clock. Imagine you're a banker in Nigeria. You're still working at 6 now. You say, okay, you want to go and pick your child from school. With the traffic that you stay for like 2 hours, 3 hours, how can you even pick your child up from? So the system doesn't work. The way Africa is made or Nigeria is made, the things that we do over here might not work over there. So that is why most times people rely on house help, somebody to look after their child, somebody that they can, take care of while the person is living in their home. But we've had so many stories, very horrible stories about house helps lately that when I saw this story, I was like, oh my God, what is the way forward? Now, Nigerians are reacting to this story. People are, either telling the woman that she needs to be the one to take care of her family. But you know what? We know is not real. We know that in Nigerian situation, it's not going to happen. Not when you are working in a very tight schedule like a bank, when you have to wake up very early to beat the traffic, and then you come back, it's not going to happen. We know that. We know that in an ideal situation, every mother wants to take care of their children, but Nigeria is not an ideal situation. I can have my ideals because I live in the Western world, but in Nigeria, it's not going to happen. But what is the way forward? What should mothers do to avoid this kind of incident happening? Now, I'm going to say something. If I live in Nigeria, the first thing I will make sure I have is a CCTV in all the rooms in my house. I cannot trust anybody in my house without a CCTV. I'm telling you, all the rooms must have camera. If this woman had camera in her house, she should have known what the house help was doing even before this matter came up. Okay, so she should have had a CCTV. Now, whether you get the house help from an agent or from their village, wherever you get that, you don't know this person. You cannot trust this person. So limited time with your children is very important and very key. Make sure your children are actually staying more in school. If the children's school have daycare, if they have after school hours, please make sure that they stay more in school. Let the house help pick them around 6 or 6:30, so that you are closer coming home with the contact they have with them, until you trust this person, this stranger in your house. Now, please, with all these things that's going on, killing by house help, kidnapping by house help, I think people need to be very careful. Don't just trust anybody. You cannot afford to trust. I know my mom she could trust her house help. She even trusts some of our house help more than we, the children. But you cannot afford to do that. You cannot trust your house help that much. You can't, until you have built a relationship and they have proven themselves over time. Now see what has happened in this woman's house. Well, for me, I'm going to say this. She should be very thankful that this lady did not do anything to her children. She only took material things, which of course is nothing. What if she had killed her children? What if she had planned to kidnap her children? And from what the video is showing us, she's not the first time she has done something in people's house. So she's a pathological liar who is a thief. So what other gang should she have joined? Maybe a kidnapping gang, I don't know. So she should be very grateful that this turned out this way and that she found out. Let her just be thankful to her God. All right, so what do you guys think about this house help matter? What ideas or what situation should people find themselves before they should even get a house help? And even when they get a house help, what should they actually be thinking about? How can they safeguard themselves? Please drop your comment. Please let's talk about this, because I know that there's a new couple out there who are wondering, should we have a house help? Shouldn't you have a house help? Is house help necessary evil, or can it be avoided? How can it even be avoided with the traffic situation, with what is happening in Nigeria, with the fact that you have to work, both parents have to work to make ends meet? Now, how can it be avoided? I don't know. I mean, if you live in Nigeria and you have any suggestion, please help drop here for us, so other people will learn about how you're doing it and how it's working out for you. Thank you so much. God bless you.